Okay, good afternoon. It is 5 o'clock, and we will call the November 10th, 2015 meeting of the Energy Awareness Commission to order. First item on the agenda is let's review the minutes of the last meeting. And if anybody has any questions or comments, take a minute to review those. No one has anything. I'd entertain a motion to approve.
I'll make that motion to approve them.
Second.
Motion approved and seconded to approve the Energy Awareness Commission meeting minutes of October 13th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Next item is we'll review the expense and revenue conservation improvement expense report. William, do you have any comments or anything to point out on that?
Okay. I have a few things to highlight. I guess similar to last meeting, the high efficiency lighting rebate and the residential lighting rebate are both doing quite well. Especially the residential lighting rebate. I know next year we're looking to lower the total rebate amount per bulb, but may have to, or I guess in future years, maybe for other budgets, look at raising that. The holiday LED lighting rebate, we'll talk about that more later in the meeting. But that will be beginning soon, beginning midway through this month. And the industrial rebate, you can see that one large rebate of near $8,000 went through. But still low there for total industrial projects. And I don't know.
Excuse me, William, are there any other applications in waiting for approval, or do you foresee anything major?
Not currently on the industrial side. Maybe some more minor rebates. I'm not sure we get another, $8,000 one. Actually, I think lighting and solar have probably been the main ones that I've actually seen lately. So, the shade tree program has actually done quite well this year. Should be finishing up that program. Actually, there could be a couple plantings left to do. With the warm weather we've been having, it may still be possible to get a tree planting in. However, I think we'll likely be somewhere around that 3,500 mark or so, maybe a bit higher than that. And that's a pretty high year for the shade tree program. Miscellaneous education, that's where we assign I guess it'd be the rebate calendar and then a few other advertising opportunities or general conservation messages that we've put out over the year. So we'll likely see an increase in that for the December month. And then the low income programs, looks like here it says $12,600. And I do have some updated numbers for that particular program. I have the most up-to-date version as of today. And looks like the total that we're at so far for this year is $16,000, $350. That's out of $22,300 for total spending that we had budgeted. It's been 15 total customers so far this year who have participated. And then 14 of them received the Minnesota Valley Action Council kit, 8 refrigerators, 5 freezers, 5 clothes washers, 3 dehumidifiers, 3 dishwashers, 1 room air conditioning unit, and 1 air conditioning check and clean. So that's how we're doing for the low-income program so far, just to break things down a bit further. And just a bit, I guess that's up to date through today, versus looks like 10/31 for the previous conservation improvement expenses report. And that, I guess those are the highlights that I'd like to cover. I don't know if there's any questions or comments.
I'm anticipating that the furnace cleaning rebate will start to get used real quickly.
Oh, yep, that's correct. Yeah, if you look at the budgeting, year-to-date activities, about 2,600. And I've certainly processed, even more than that just in the last month or so, or even last couple weeks. So, hard to say how we'll do for a particular year, but I would guess that 20,000 is going to be pretty close to where we'll end up this year as well. And it seems like, I guess we'll see with the warmer weather here. We may have fewer people thinking about it right now, but it doesn't seem to have any type of correlation on when we have a high year for them or a low year for the furnace cleaning rebates.
All right, any other comments, questions? Now to look for a motion to approve the expense report.
So move.
I'll second.
All in favor of approving the expense report, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Very good. And we'll move on to the low-income program. Everybody got a handout on that of the new contract. Is there anything else to add to that, William?
Well, I guess my comments would be after our discussion at our previous meeting. I have reviewed the dehumidifier maximum and reduced that by about $50. Speaking with the Minnesota Valley Action Council staff, they had mentioned that even their maximums, they hadn't been seeing anything quite that high, and our rebates appear to be higher than some of the other utilities' maximums. So I reduced that, I guess, based on our spending for this year's rebates for dehumidifiers. I don't see any problems moving forward with a slightly reduced maximum there. Other than that, I guess spoke with the city attorney, and they didn't think that any changes were necessary to the language. And then Minnesota Valley Action Council staff felt that the rest of the contract was fine. No immediate changes suggested from their side, so it'd be about the only change to this contract from our previous meeting. And due to the short turnaround time for review, I thought it would be best to give us an additional month to review the documents and have time to look at it for more discussion this meeting. So with that, I'll leave it up to commissioners to discuss further.
Any questions or concerns, commissioners? If not, I believe we should, is it our job now to request that the PUC adopt it?
That's correct.
Okay.
So we would just be giving our recommendation to proceed with giving the Energy Awareness Commission recommendation to proceed.
We need a motion to do that.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, Sean. And a second.
I'll second.
Adam seconded, so we are recommending that the PUC Commission adopt the contract with Minnesota Valley Action Council for our low-income program. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are approved. The other thing that I just thought timely to talk about was maybe the LED holiday light rebate. In as much as everybody's got them out in the stores now, it's good for us to review the program ourselves. And as they're coming down in price, maybe in another year or so, we'll have to look at those numbers again, but.
And I may go up to the podium for
Okay.
this rebate. I'm not sure if we have our
Have it
display
on.
screens, but
Okay. Quick question, William, are these this sheet, is that downloadable on the internet at the city's website or anything? Or do you just pick these up at the PUC?
that's correct. You can print off the form online, and I do have the updated version online currently. Otherwise, you can pick them up at the Public Utilities office. It's also a good location to grab one. Or if you're at City Hall, they can print one off for you as well. So whichever option works best for you. Let me pull up the rebate form. So yeah, the first form would be for the purchase of LED holiday lights. So you can if you purchase them beginning October 1st, and we'll be running the program through December 18th. It's for purchasing a light strand with 25 strings or more. And I guess to maybe give a more detail on that, I have had other decorations that may not be a light strand, but have 25 lights on them. We'll also accept those if they're LED, so there is some flexibility there for various types of decorations. And it's a $5 rebate in chamber dollars for each qualifying string. So up to 5 strings per customer, up to a $25 rebate in chamber dollars. And we'll have the chamber dollars available for distribution on November 16th. So stop by the Public Utilities office and we can exchange or give the chamber dollars out. And we don't mail out the chamber dollars, so you would have to stop down at the Public Utilities office to receive the chamber dollars. Are there any questions about the LED holiday light rebate? Okay.
Very good.
And then I'd also like to touch on, along with the LED holiday light rebate, we'll again be participating with the Recycling Association of Minnesota for their Recycle Your Holidays program. So if you do have old lights, whether they be the standard incandescent light or old LED string that broke, as opposed to throwing them in the garbage, you can drop them off either at City Hall or the Public Utilities office, and we'll be collecting those and dropping them off with the Recycling Association of Minnesota to be recycled at a later time. And we've had decreasing amounts, actually decreasing rebates for both the LED holiday lights and the total amount of spent lighting we've collected for recycling. I would say for the recycling one, or maybe even for both programs, that may be a good sign, as hopefully those LED lights are lasting longer than the old incandescent lights. So we're getting less purchases there, and also less need to recycle them. But still worthwhile to save them up and bring them in this time of year for recycling if you do have broken lights. All right, well, that concludes my summary of those programs.
Okay, are there any comments or concerns with the commissioners? Okay, thank you. Any other items that we should be talking about, commissioners? you wish to talk about? If not, I'd entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I'll second.
Motion made, seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? We are adjourned at 5:15.